on the outside looking in.
What's up, Internet? It's your main man back again. I didn't plan on this, but I wasn't going to make a video about this. But since it turned into such a pain in my ass, let's switch it around here. Okay. As you can see, we got one side off. Oh, I should probably tell you, we're trying to replace the handlebars if you don't already know. I got one side off, and let me tell you what. These freaking bar ends, you're going to have a giant problem getting these off. Now, here's what I did. Let me grab all my stuff. This is what you're going to need right here. So just get used to seeing all this, and this, and this, and that, and probably one of those. Okay, so check it out. I took some vice grips, right? I lined them up so they fit just right. Clamped them down on there. Then you get you one of these boys, and you need a big ass breaker bar on it. Put your Phillips head socket in there. Bam. Make sure your vice grips are on here. Bam. You're going to hold both of them, one with each hand, and start cranking away on this big son of a bitch. It's going to break loose, but it's in there like a mother. Let me see if I can find the screw. Where the heck did it go? Oh, it rolled under. Look at this. See all that Loctite on there? Focus. Whatever. There is a gang of blue Loctite on there. And it is a giant pain in the ass. Look at that. I mean, it's coated, dude, and it's hard to get off. But it will come. And then you will be faced with this. This is what everyone tells you right here in all the forums you read about drilling your new handlebars. These are my new handlebars. Right? I got some Z-bars. There is no hole there, as you can tell. Now, I don't know what they're talking about, because that hole don't go to nothing. It doesn't do anything that I can tell. It's just a hole. I thought maybe my controls had like a hole here or a hole here. Oh, they do, right there. But the controls don't have anything in there. So I don't know what that hole's for. Either way, I'm not going to worry about it. So we got that side. Now we're going to do this side. Alright, we got the other side off, and that one was a bear. I don't know why, but it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning, so I had to kind of push in towards the center of the bike while holding the vice grips on the bar end. And then I used an impact drill to loosen it out. So now I got both sides off, but remember, kids, your choke cable or your choke, don't forget to undo your cable. Okay? It just literally pops out, and then you can lift it off and just hang your instruments or your controls right there. And you'll be good. So now all controls are off the bars. We're ready to pop these little bad dudes off, and I will show you how to get these little covers here off, because if you look very closely on this guy right here, I broke the tip off a flathead because I thought you needed to put it way deeper in there than you actually do. It's just a cap. So if you look close enough, you can see. It helps if I hold the right side of this. You just kind of get it in there and work it under the cap. See, it's just a cap. You're just barely scratching the surface. You're not digging under the bolt head itself. You're just trying to get under that cap. Like that. We're going to do that 2 more times. Then we're going to pull the Allen bolts out. And then these 2 plates right here just come right off. And the bars just come right off. And then you put the new bars on, put the caps back in, put the bolts back in, put the caps back in. And that's good. We're going to show you that in a minute. It's finally complete. My Rebel 250 Cafe Racer build. No, on a serious note, when you're undoing these Allen bolts, make sure to watch out for your bars, because as soon as they lose tension on the top bolts, they could fall and smash into your tank. Mine's already dented, so I'm not worried about it, but just a PSA. Alright, get your new bars, put in correctly, get your mount put back on, get that tightened down so your bars won't fall, or if you're not going to do that, at least sit them up so that they don't fall back down on your tank. Ooh, that's kind of nice, actually. I kind of like that. I don't think it would be very good to ride like this, but I kind of like that. Alright, moving on. Okay, this is where we are. So, a good tip, I think, that everyone should follow would be to put your grips on first. And if they're brand new bars, they're brand new grips and old bars, it doesn't matter. Either way, they're going to be hard to get on. So what you want to do, get them on, and you can just hammer them on with your hand. It's not a big deal. Get them level, and now you've got a good place to tell just where, hard to do with one hand, just where your controls should be, right? So boom. Now I can see how much room I got and if everything lines up the way I want it with my controls. Oh my God. Okay. This was a giant pain in the ass. All right, look. So your clutch cable, when you put it on, if you're like me, you're going to think you lost it, because I didn't see it anywhere. It's actually still in the controls. So pull the lever all the way back and look inside this one right here, the bottom part of the seam, and you're going to see the track that the clutch or the choke ring snaps into, and this whole thing comes down on it. There's like grooves. I was going to record it, but it was too much of a pain in the ass to even get it back in there. So you're going to want some needle nose, and you kind of hold all this together while that track is in line with the housing, and then you just grab the little button of the cable, slide it in, and the whole thing snaps down. Once you see it happen, you're going to hit yourself in the forehead like, why the fuck was I struggling with this for so long? Another thing that I noticed, and we're just going to have to roll with it right now. I got these bars off eBay, and they're 7/8 on one side, 1 inch on the other. Now the reason you want that is because this grip does not move. This is a 7/8 grip. This is a 1 inch grip. It moves freely. Why? Because your throttle body has to go inside this and then put the whole assembly on here and then wire up your controls and everything in your throttle cable. So don't freak out if this flops around. But these bars, 7/8 inch bars, the same as the Rebel's stock bars, but for some reason these clamps for your clutch, they're not gonna, I haven't screwed them all the way down yet, but I'm pretty sure that those are not gonna sit flush against each other. So I'm just gonna have to tighten them down as best I can and then move on from there. Okay, on to the next problem. How to get this throttle body out of these old, very stuck on grips. Well, it's simple. You take an X-Acto knife and you split the friggin' thing out of there. Because look, that is all old grip glue. There's no way you're getting that off. Now you could be smart about it, I guess. They do sell grips on eBay that are the right size, that are already have the throttle body in the grips, which would make your life easier, but cutting it off is just the way to go, I think, because you're going to put new grips on there anyway, so why bother with it? I know, you're probably saying, Mr. Bananas, how do you get that throttle body on a brand new dry bone grip? Well, the answer is simple, my young Padawan. Grab some of your wife's hairspray. Doesn't matter what kind. Doesn't have to be aerosol or anything like that. Really, you're just looking for something that will evaporate and not give you so much lubrication that it's going to mess up your throttle. So yeah, a little hairspray. You can also use isopropyl alcohol in a pinch. Don't use anything like WD-40. That is a bad idea, because WD-40 is a penetrating lubricant. It will not evaporate, which means your grips will slide off while you're driving and you'll freaking crash.
Oh shit, not good.
Okay. We are now at that part of the project where we're almost done. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is probably the second worst part. I hate dealing with these little cables. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our throttle body that's newly inserted into our grip, put it on your handlebars, and just kind of mock up, you know, where everything's going to go, so you know you got the right positioning. You don't have to, you know, sit on it and get it to where it is right now, because you're not bolting anything down. You're just trying to get this before your levers. Make sure your controls are before your levers towards the outside. Okay, and now we're going to put your throttle cable onto your throttle body, and then we're going to put the return cable onto your throttle body. Once those two are on, you can button all this down and you'll be good to go. In my case, something to think about, these bar ends are hollow. These bars are hollow. So I'm going to have to get bar ends, because otherwise I'll be relying on just this housing and the throttle cables to hold this throttle body on to the bar. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to run it like that. Oh yeah. There's only one thing left to do. Take her for the spin, a test drive, to see if we've completely mucked this thing up or if she's cool. Only one way to find out. Okay, that's good. If it accelerates when you turn your bars, you know you've done something wrong. Oh my god, this is weird. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird having the bars so close together. Oh yeah, dude, this is where it's at right here. Ooh, take it easy around this shit. Oh my god, it's so nimble. It's so nimble. That's crazy. It feels like a completely different bike. Wow, dude. This is cool. Oh man, this is way better. It's kind of sketchy when you're leaned over because I'm not used to it, but oh buddy, talk about being more comfortable. Oh yeah, you can just dip into turns with minimal effort on your part. That's cool. Oh boy. Okay. Off-roading capabilities have been depleted a tad.
But dude, it's so good. It's so good. I can't believe it. Oh, I need air in these tires. We're getting a little jumpy. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Oh, that's good, dude. That's so cool. I'm digging this. It just dives into turns. All right, boys, girls, children of all ages, we've done it. We've done it. That's awesome, bro. So happy. It's your boy, Johnny Bananas. And I'll see you on the next one. I lost the whole key.